Okay, believe it or not, this is like my third time trying to record this video. So, um, so I'm just gonna go through with it. 'Cause I'm having a lot of video issues. But so what I did was I just kind of redrew it again on a slightly smaller piece of rendering paper. This is a vellum, But originally I had the whole kind of underlay sketch at 18 by 17. I mean 18 by 24. Okay, but for the sake of time, you know, I overlaid this underlay that I did. Okay, so now I'm just doing my final line drawing. Okay, so I kind of lightly traced it with pencil, but now I'm going back over with curves, French curves. So I just have a nice clean line drawing. Okay, so yeah, so this part I may end up fast forwarding, but once you have your underlay, you want to just try to have a nice line drawing. I'm using a micron pen because the pencil seems to smear when I add the marker on top of it. But if you're not having that issue, go with what works. All right, so here I'm just using French curve sweeps to get a nice curve going. Okay, draw this in. That is accurate. Okay. This is what I started, and this is where I was going, but the video messed up. So it got corrupted, so I can't use any of it to show you what I did. All right, so I got to do it again. All right, so I'm just kind of, I missed a detail here. I need to draw in. Okay, so I have this from the previous rendering I just did, but you want to have something under your marker paper in case it bleeds, and also you can test out your markers on the side. You want to be using uh, kind of yellow-orange family of chalk peg markers. Um, Seems like I'm missing one. No, no, I'm good. Okay, so these three here I'm using kind of the orange family. So I'm kind of starting with the lightest one, which is this one is a lemon yellow. Then I have a goldenrod and a chrome orange. Okay, so I already tested it out here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just kind of block in this bottom section here. Okay. Um. All right. So yeah. Okay. Let me just block it in first. I'm just kind of outline. Oh. Okay. Before I do this, let me I have some pencil markings under this line drawing, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. You know, so it's not in the way. I'm gonna keep the ones on the that's kind of showing the interior because I need that to render it out on the back. Okay. here. Okay, here we go. So you got good control with your markers. Just stay within the line. Okay, stay within the line. And it's kind of one cool thing with the chalk pack. They tend to blend very, very well with one another. Okay. So I'm going to get this pretty much saturated all the way. Okay. Basically something like this. All right. Okay. So I want this to be pretty much a solid body color there, but I want it, somewhat reflective as well. Okay. So I'm just starting with the lightest one. Okay, and kind of knowing the shape and the form. Um, so my light source is going to be coming from this angle here. Yeah, more so, yeah. All right. And then similar to what you learned in Viscom, the side farthest from it will be the darkest. Okay. So this would be a 1, 2, 3. Okay. Top part usually reflects the sky. Reflects the sky. Okay, and it's typically your lightest, but if you're going to have reflections, you know, it's going to usually reflect whatever's in there. Okay. So this is kind of like your reflection plane, and it kind of adds to the realism of it. Okay. So with these top facing surfaces, it's going to be fairly dark because we're going to kind of mimic some reflection. All right. To a degree. Okay. All right. So since I got that in there, I'm going to go ahead with my second color here. All right. And I'm going to kind of roughen the kind of where the core areas are. Okay. Which is pretty much on this bend here. It's kind of where the core area is. And also roughly around here. And also it kind of turns the front end of it right there. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and block it in. Okay. So I'm just going to come in like right in the middle here. And then let it sort of fade out over here. Okay. And then I'm going to throw it back on the other side just a little bit. Okay. And what you can do is go back to your previous color. And then kind of saturate that on top so it'll have a nice blend. Okay. So I got that. Let's go back to the second tone. Hope you guys can see this. All right. So right up in here, where I'm gonna put it here, and then just kind of have it fade into down here, like so. Okay, and then this one have this kind of wash out towards the back. Okay, like that. Okay, and then here it's going to be the top surface part of it. I'll go ahead and kind of roughly just throw that in as well. All right. Okay, so that's not too bad. Here I have a bit of a surface change, so I'm going to go ahead and darken this area here, or this kind of flange or uh, chamfer piece. And it's kind of hard to see, but I'll darken it a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take my third uh, darkest color, which is a chrome orange. The second one I was using was a goldenrod, and the first one again is a lemon yellow. Okay, so I kind of want this almost like a sunburst kind of effect going on here. Let's try to blend this a little bit more. All right. Okay. So again, so we're just building it up. So kind of going back over the main areas. All right. So right up in here, I want that to really show. Okay. So don't overdo it. Just kind of get it going, and then kind of backtrack your color layering, and then try to get that to blend and wash into one another. Okay. So again, the good thing with these chalk back, they're really nice. Have a nice blend to them. All right. Uh-oh. Don't forget back here. Once we got that. Like so. Okay. And right up in here. This surface here, I wanted to show the kind of the core areas, but I don't want it to be super like reflective, shiny. I want the top part of this to be more reflective and shiny. So I'm just kind of putting more of a subtle like uh, gradation of the core shadow areas. Okay, so just letting that fade. All right, so up in here as well. And then here's where you can kind of stylize it a little bit. You know, just let it fade on out. Okay, so here is again. We were talking about that 1, 2, 3 read. All right, so this would be my darkest side. So here I have a surface, and if I put it in section, it kind of does this. So this area here is going to be this little piece. So I'm going to take this orange and then darken this area right up in there. Kind of come on down. And then I'm going to try to carry it as far as I can. Just let it fade on out. Something like that. Which isn't too bad. Okay. So, oh. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Back here, I don't like it too much to me. Kind of this. That'll do. All right, so we got that. All right, so let me move it. So we got a little bit of a transition, color transition. Looks good. Okay. All right, so here, let's go ahead and let's work in this top portion here. So we're gonna use the same colors, but this time we're gonna give it more of a chrome-like effect, or make it a little bit more shiny. All right. So again, Viscom, cylinder, Up in here is your core. Then it fades on out. And then you have reflected light bouncing back into the surface. So it gets lighter. Okay. Again, you still have your like your 1, 2, 3 read. Okay. So it's kind of the same principle. This is very crude, you know. And then you have your kind of your sky. I'm not going to even shade that sky area. So here, so just mainly that core area, it gets lighter towards the bottom. And then we have surface change here of number 2. Okay. All right. So again, lightest color. So I'm going to work in my core areas on this. All right. So here it's going to be. Uh-oh, bump the camera. All right. So here's going to be like this. So here's kind of the core, like right up in here. All right. And I'm just going to kind of somewhat outline this bottom section here. All right. Like so. Okay. Up in here, I want to do the same thing. So here's a core. It's going in. Okay, I guess I could have went all the way, but it's all right. So here I'm doing it like this. And I'm just leaving a little bit light at the bottom. Okay. Up in here, there's a bit of a surface change, similar to like a flange or like a bit of a chamfer area here. It's going to be right up on this lip, this edge here, top of it. It's going to ride all the way here. Okay. I didn't put sections in this yet, but I do know what the form is doing, so I'm trying to match that form. So up in here at the top, this top section here, if I was to pull a section from it, it's going to look like this. And you got your glass. So up in here, you have the light hitting this portion, and it tucks under. So this part is going to be darkest or darker. All right. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to, uh-oh, no. Yep, kind of messed up there. Went too fast. All right, so this top section here is supposed to be kept white. Okay, I kind of messed that up. That's all right. So I'm going to continue it down here instead. All right. Like this. Okay, no worries. A bit of a hiccup, so let's try to blend that in somewhat. Man, that's all right. Okay, so yep. But right here, it's another kind of a surface change. All right. And then turn right in there. Like so. All right. So still not bad, still okay. All right, and then now we're going to catch the top. So it's a bit of a core towards the front end of it like this. And then the top, I'm going to just fill in. So I'm not using blue because I don't want to make it muddy, and I want the colors to kind of pop still. So if this was the sky, you can kind of think of it more like as the sun sets, you get a different sky color somewhat. But we're just kind of working it in, all right? And this one just fill in. All right, cool. All right, so I'll go with my second color here. Okay. And then I want to put a bit of reflection on the back half of the top area here. Okay, so if I was to draw my center line, it would be like right up in here, towards that back side. And here I'm kind of showing it's a bit round. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my third color to really punch in that back side of it, but I'm just gonna kind of wash out this tone, kind of right up in this region here. Okay, I'm varying it to give this a bit, to make it a little bit more dynamic. All right. Still good. Like so. Okay. I could come in over here where I put my core areas, and then kind of really go back in and kind of darken up those core areas, core shadow areas. Okay. So again, I kind of messed up here. I don't know if you kind of see that. The black line there. So the yellow that's on top of it is not supposed to be there. So I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know if I can see that. Yeah. But I'm just gonna stay right underneath it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna really darken up this underside here. Like so. Okay. And now we have a third color, which is chrome orange. All right, and then go in there just one more time. All right. Yeah, so don't forget you can always go back to the previous color. Try to get those to blend a little bit better while it's still wet. Okay. And that's not too bad. Now I'm looking at this core shot, I think probably should have dropped this section here, the core down just a little bit, but it's all right. Let's keep going. Okay. So here, there you go. All right, let me try to punch in this reflection on this side. I'm just staying on that far back side there. Putting in the light all the way through. I mean, the reflected light. Okay, and this part I'm just darkening up. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's get this interior in. So that's where we at. This is how we're looking. Okay. So I'm going to go with a 7. So a 7 here. Okay. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to basically stay within kind of the interior section of it. All right, so 7, and I'm just going to get a good coloring on it. So I'm getting my edges in so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. We're at 20 minutes on this. So. Okay, I'm trying to go as fast as I can here. Okay, where are we? Right here. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to just fill this in. I'm going fairly quick. I want those colors, this color to really blend in with itself. Yeah. Okay. So back in here, I want to be just a tad bit darker, so I make it a little bit more dark. But be careful so you don't go past your line, mess it up. Okay. Oh, yeah. I go in here. Darken the ring. Okay. I am really saturating this thing, which is good. All right. All right. Okay. Well, that's good enough, I guess. Yep. Just let the markers do the rest. Okay. Let them merge and blend with each other. Okay. So we got the interior kind of roughly roughed in. All right. So let's go ahead and throw in our shadow areas. Okay. I think I'm not quite done with the. I'm actually use chalk for that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll use chalk for that. All right. Anyway, so since I have this darker color, I may drop it back. Let me go with a. No, I'm gonna keep the 7. No, I'm gonna go with an 8. I do not see. Where's an 8? Oh, right. Okay. Here it is. 8's right here. I'm gonna darken the shadow area here. Mm, just right on top. Okay, so that's intake is nicely seen. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and darken underneath here as well. Uh, I think I'm gonna do a. Let's just go with a 6 for right now. Yeah, let's just do a 6. All right. All this is part is in shadow really, but I'm just trying to give myself some room to go darker if I want. Okay. I'm just going to block this in. So it's always best to start off light and then work your way up. So, so yeah. Okay, so that's not too bad. All right, and again, I can always go darker, but at least it's there. Okay. Um. So now there's more shadow areas in this. Okay. So since this is a 7 here, okay, on the back side, we want to go darker on the front. So I mean, I could go with 7, and even this will become even darker. Okay. But I really want to get some reflections even in the glass. Okay. And also kind of show some of the shadow on the glass as well. Okay. So since this part kind of tucks under it slightly, so there's going to be a shadow just kind of sitting on top of the glass right there. All right. And then of course we have our core area for the core shadow area of the glass. All right. So and then we also too, there's going to be a shadow under here, but I'll get to that. So let's just keep moving. All right. So this turns. So right up front here, it's going to be something like this. Okay. But this part, be very careful. Well, I guess you don't have to be too careful, but so you don't mess up your orange or whatever color you're using. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Yep, like so. Okay. All right. Then I need to put a bit of a shadow here. So I'm just kind of lightly drawing. Oh man, put this paper. All right. So here, I'm just going to kind of just lightly draw where this shadow would be. So I can know where I'm going. All right. So here, just kind of overhangs just a little bit. So I'm gonna just something like this, and then just kind of let it in just a little bit. Okay, so this is an 8. I think I should probably do a. Let's go back to a 7. Let's go back to a 7. All right, so here, just right on top, So, all right, what I'll do, I'm gonna do this on the back side, see what it does. Okay. You can very well do this on the front, no problem, which I may still end up doing anyway. I just wanted to see what kind of effects, and it's not too bad. Okay, and so I'll continue with it. Probably should have went darker, but I'm gonna let it dry and then kind of hit it again. All right, so here. Okay. So yeah, it's fairly nice, and you just have to be quick too, because if you constantly labor over the same spot, it's going to start picking up the marker, and you don't want that because it's not good. All right, so since we started this bottom area with gray, all right, let's make it a little darker. So I'm just going to grab this 9, okay, just see what happens. All right, so okay, before I get into the glass really quick, I have a slightly darker orangish color, cadmium orange, and to kind of push these colors just a little bit more. All right, so, and hopefully I won't overdo it here. So it's kind of shifting more towards a reddish color. All right, I'm gonna put it over my core areas as well. All right, here we go. Let's just do this. Okay, get rid of this red here. Yeah, this thing. Yeah. All right, so I'm just kind of getting a little bit of a feel here. Put it on the back as well. Okay, so it's a bit more punchy. Um, okay, so a little bit there, and be okay. All right. Okay, I kind of missed a spot back here, the darker color. Now looking at these dark areas in my shadow, I think it's a bit too light. So I think it needs to be a little darker. So I'm just going to take this 8 here, and I think I put the shadow on the back. I think I did, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the front. All right. So okay, it's probably too dark. Let me go with a 7. Yeah. So adding that back color helped it. So here I'm just going to kind of outline this back here. Yeah, something like that. Okay. All right, now guess I could darken this up in here as well. Cool. All right, that's fine. Okay, so this is where we're at. Now let's concentrate on this glass for right now. Okay, so I got this 7 here. I wonder if I should continue with it. Yeah, why not? All right, so I know I have a line here to give me a guide on where that core light is going. Okay, so it's kind of coming up and it's kind of wrapping around. This might be the whole scariest part of the whole. I said, what are you doing? Okay, so I'm definitely not the best at this, but I know a little bit of the basics. Okay, so that 7 is starting to wash out, blend in a bit too much. So go with an 8, maybe a 9. Yeah, where's the 9? Here. Okay, back this up. 8. Okay, so I need to define clearly what's going on here. All right. Okay, let's work with the top part of it. Let's try a maybe two. Yeah, just go with two. Go on with a two. Where's the 30 here? Yeah, just be careful. Okay. And you can actually get darker towards the top. Three. Yeah. Okay. But I'm gonna wait. Um, it is pretty wet. So just let that dry. Okay. All right. So while that's dry, I'm going to move on to the chalk right now. Okay. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to kind of give you a feel of how to go about doing your renderings. Okay. Um. So yeah. So even with this, so say if you started with the vellum or something, you can always cut this out and paste it on something else. You know, if you don't want to do a whole rendering on uh, mark on this size marker paper. Okay, you can always buy a smaller sheet, but draw your cable car big enough on it, then just kind of cut that out and leave and paste it even to a canson. Okay. Chalk. Okay. So let's get to it. Okay. Before I go on with the chalk, I'm going to really darken up this kind of shadow here, and then really give more value on the top part of the glass. Okay. So here I have it at 10. It's marker 10. So like so. Okay. Same thing. Darken up this front area here. And then I'm going to 8. And then just kind of gradient this on down here. Okay. And let's kind of back it up even further. Let's go with a 6. 6, and then let's go to 5. Five, and then try to uh, try 3. Okay, it is tricky, but I need some practice myself. That's okay. And let's go with darkness. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to overdo it. All right. So that's more or less it's looking okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the chalk. So what I have here is some chalk that I kind of scraped off to the side. Some black, dark blue, and light blue, and some white. All right. So I have here some, Vivo pads. Just a piece of cloth, fiber cloth. And we're going to use this to blend. Okay. Kind of splitting this in half here. And then what I'm doing is I just want to get the kind of the sky in there. We kind of blend it in with the tone of the glass. Okay, so I have some blue here. Try to mix in some of the light blue. So maybe best to kind of start with a little bit lighter. And then also have here some powder, and it usually makes it a little bit smoother. You know, when you're blending. All right, so here towards the bottom where it's the lightest, we get a little bit of that bluish tone in there. And work my way up towards the top. But as I get towards the top, just gotta mix a bit of this darker blue and Okay, I think I might have made the glass area a bit too dark. Should have left more of the white. But hey, okay. Okay. Let's see. Maybe so. Okay. So yeah. So it seems like it's not coming out as smooth as I would like it in person. I think it's okay on recording, but I think I overlaid it with the markers underneath it, and it's affecting the overall look. But it's not too bad. Okay, because we always have pencil we can go over with it. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit more gradient towards the bottom here, the black. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'll let the pencil take care of the rest of that, because I don't want to overdo it. Okay. So now that we got this, now I'm going to do the kind of the chrome like top area, and this one a little bit of red, more like a. Let's go with this. Yeah, that's better. Just go with this. This and some orange and some yellow. Oh, you can kind of see this here. Yep. So I got these three colors here. I'm just kind of blend them in just a little bit. So what I'm learning here is you can actually overdo it with the chalk based on your markers underneath it. So, all right. So I have this here. to be a bit more reddish. Okay. So I'm trying to get a little more red in there. Let's see what that does. Not a frame. Okay, kind of see that. All right, and I'm about to wrap this up a little bit. Kind of. So I wouldn't say it's easy, but uh, basics you can get down fairly easily, you know, because a lot of this takes practice with just controlling the material and then just kind of know what it's going to do before you apply it. Okay, yeah. So you really need the wider the page to get that from the top. Okay. All right. So it's all right. That's what I got right there. All right. So let me go in with some pencil and try to tighten this up just a little bit more. Um, and yeah, and that'll be it for the recording. Okay. So I hope this helps. Again, it's not the best. It's not perfect. You know, maybe if I gave this a few more tries and experimented to get a better result, then I'm sure it'll come out better. But um, running out of time right now. So, but yeah, but with it, just have fun and don't overthink it. Okay. So, all right. So let me kind of backtrack just a little bit. A few things here. And don't forget you got your good old pencil. All right, so I'm gonna make some mountainous kind of reflection here at the horizon. So just kind of make it a little bit irregular. And also too, kind of resemble some dirt or some kind of debris off into the distance, you know, because it's really just reflecting the ground or the land. All right. Okay. Um, this pencil I'm using is a black uh, Faber Castell Polychromos, which is good. Yeah, and if some areas is kind of a little bit overdone, like you kind of see up in here with the chalk, I'm just gonna erase this